for a new and different perspective every week on LEGO sets, news, media, and more. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Thursday, July 6th, 2017, and you're listening to the BCC Podcast. And joining us today again is our very special guest, Mr. Eljay. How are you doing, Eljay?
Oh, that guy again? Oh, jeez, come on. No, I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good. We're recording a bit ahead today as I have a trip coming up, and also we've been meaning to discuss this topic for a long time.
Are you going somewhere fun?
Also joining us today is our normal cast, Klenda.
Oh, so I'm just normal now. Is that how it is? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I guess comparatively speaking, I am, so I'll let that slide.
You're not quite as normal as Mace.
Yeah, that's true. I'm only 50% normie. The rest of my DNA is quite unique.
And, well, I'm honestly not sure if Malurus is normal or not. He doesn't really leave the house.
I'm an excuse to get weirder. That's the opposite of normal, so I think I'm good there.
And once again, you're listening to the BCC Podcast. So today, we're going to finally live up to our promise, and we're going to discuss Ninjago Season 8, our predictions, the information we have, and where it'll most likely go forward.
Huzzah.
But before we do that, anyone have any updates this week on Get Anything or anything interesting happening?
Not since
Not
yesterday.
me.
Well, probably unrelated to Lego, but yeah.
Well, what did you do?
Got some Under Armour basically for my Stormtrooper, so
Oh yes, the
I'll
other
get
plastic.
that tomorrow. So that will be
Yes.
for the plastic. So that will be
I
fun
forget,
to
did you
receive.
already order the armor at this point?
Yes, it's a long wait list. I think I'm in 7 out of the 9 months right now.
Yikes.
So
Well, when that's done, you have to let the fans see. We've talked
Yeah.
about it too often.
We talk about that all the time, but it is relevant
Way too
because
often.
that's made out of ABS plastic too, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Nice solid plastic.
What about you, LJ? Anything up with you?
Well, I mean, the next month is going to be busy, but this month is, kind of kick back.
Oh yeah,
like the
you've
4th
got
of July.
Brickfair coming up soon, don't you?
Yes.
Yep.
Unlike us.
Yeah.
How? Oh, okay. How
I'm
many of you guys are going to be there?
I'm going to Brickfair.
Yeah, Klenda's
Okay.
going.
Thank goodness. One of
I'm
you
going
guys
to
will
be
there.
I'm
gone.
being responsible.
Ford, I believe, is still at his internship then.
Unacceptable.
Come on, you
Completely-
guys. Step it up.
Step up your game for...
I really want to be at Brickfair. I had a ton of fun last year, but I have the wedding coming up, and then I'll be at the Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon, and I'll be on the other side of the country, basically.
Oh, who are
How's
you
it
marrying?
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Listen, I think I recommended this to you when you brought it up, but bring the wedding to Brickfair.
I would love to do that, but...
I'm just
I
saying,
think-
that would be awesome. Very memorable.
Oh, well, I already have a plan to make it memorable. I'm actually going to be in the wedding, and I've been working on my This Is a Wedding No One Will Ever Forget playlist.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
You see,
That's gonna be good.
I've known John for a lot of years at this point, and throughout the years, I've always been bringing up these things like, hey, if I do this, then I get to do this at your wedding. And he's like, sure, because back then he didn't care. Well, now it's time to bring up all those things that we came up with throughout the years.
So you just compiled a
monster.
list of stuff?
Yeah, I have many lists.
Yes, you
That's
do.
actually really smart.
I should start doing that for all my friends.
So I'm looking forward to that, though, even though it means missing on Brickfair. But next year,
Still
I'm going to
unacceptable.
be at Brickfair
I'll take a picture of
one
you.
way or another.
Same here. I've never gone
Oh,
before, but I will go next year.
One more
I think
year.
that can be the same for all of us at the BCC.
We haven't confirmed yet. I mean, actually, I don't think we've ever
We're
even
gonna
mentioned
jinx
this
it.
yet.
We did a non-podcast.
Yeah,
thing.
but we're all looking into it, basically,
All of
in the
us.
unofficial sense.
Yes.
The 1 year that TTB may not be there in
Oh,
full
seriously?
representation.
No.
Hopefully,
You'll come, LJ, though, right?
I will see about it. I would love to.
Well, you'd
That
better.
would be
but
good enough.
if you didn't, it would be totally unacceptable, as you yourself have said.
Okay, that is cruel. That is.
I'm only saying what you said. Is it wrong for me to quote you?
well, you see, LJ has special.
I even
rules.
cited my source.
I'm gonna start following my sentences with, but don't quote me on that. Legal disclaimer. But no, this year we're gonna be there in full force. The most TTV members that have
Yeah, it's everyone
ever
except
been in one
Fwef,
place.
right?
Like we're getting. Tentatively.
Okay.
It might be everyone except for Fwef and Purple. We
Okay.
don't exactly know yet.
I've been
but,
hearing
like,
mixed
Van will be
signals on
there.
Purple, so
Yeah, we're not entirely sure. It's looking good. She might be there, but only for like the public days.
I mean, it'd be
So,
nice to have
we'll
her
see.
there, because, I mean, I follow her on DeviantArt, so...
That's a shame. Not only the following, but DeviantArt. I've been there. Oh, I didn't even make it out alive.
That explains
I am
the
dead.
mask, okay.
Oh yeah, brutal mutilation.
The
Awful.
mask hides the scars.
yeah, it was really cool meeting you guys all there last year, and I realized I didn't actually get a good picture with everyone, though I got the autograph. I had my brother take the picture, and apparently, though, he thought I just wanted a picture of you guys, so I have a picture of you guys. But I'm not in the picture. I think I do have a picture of me and Glenda and all of you, though.
No,
You do.
you do, yeah. I think
Yeah,
I still
because
have it.
Glenda took that.
You're welcome.
But
My brother took that, who's a better photographer.
Yeah, your group, whatever took that, but I don't know where I put it.
He's taken
The
my
internet
picture
is
and I do
forever.
not know where he's put it.
So,
Anyway.
yeah, that's going to be a ton of fun if we can all make it next year. We were looking at movies already that are going to be out, and sadly, nothing is going to be out except for Untitled DC Movie 2.
Ugh. Ugh. Last year was bad enough with Suicide Squad. Oh, are you guys gonna see Spider-Man?
I plan to
I have not.
eventually,
I haven't
probably
gotten
not
a
till
chance
after I
to
get
yet.
back.
I will see it within the week.
Yeah, Mace,
I'm
you
gonna-
see everything lately.
I do. I like going to the movies.
I was actually at the movies Monday. Me and Orion, we went and saw it the last night.
I saw the last night a week ago.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, don't be. It was hilarious.
Really?
Let me put it this way. It actually is funny where it tries to be funny, and it's hilarious where it doesn't try to be funny. We were just laughing
That
so
is where the
hard.
entertainment is derived.
It was
The
so
BCC
ridiculous.
really loves Bayformer movies just for the entertainment value it brings.
I haven't watched any
Yeah,
of
I
them,
can
but at some
understand
point when I meet up with these guys, then they're
Yeah,
gonna make me
that's
watch
what we
them.
talked about at Brickfair, just spending like a whole day basically binging the
Funny.
Bayformer movies.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I can understand how watching like really bad movies is a lot of fun because
Oh, yeah.
back last year at Brickfair, after all the festivities had ended, right before we all left, we watched an awful animated movie called Leo the Lion.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember.
goodness.
That looked disturbing.
It was. It lives up to its reputed horribleness.
Was that the one with the weird Frankenstein animal children?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why?
awful.
It's terrible. It's a movie about a vegetarian lion
Already a bad premise.
Yeah.
trying to save the jungle or the forest or wherever they are.
Oh.
Because that's a natural habitat of a lion.
LJ, do you MST3K at all?
What?
Do you watch
Mystery
MST3K?
Science Theater 3000.
Doesn't ring any bells.
No.
Okay, why don't you like it?
Wait.
What?
Someone said
why does
no.
Who like it?
So I thought
Oh, that was Mace, because Mace.
Okay.
Oh
don't
yeah,
like it.
yeah. I was.
Okay, that makes a little more
I
sense.
do like it.
Basically, it's this thing that they really like. And my grandpa really likes to, but I don't really get the point of. Where it's these guys watching really old, bad sci-fi movies from like the 30s and stuff.
And
Well,
making
it's
fun of
not-
it the
no,
whole
no,
way
they were from
through.
the 80s too. There's some
They
from
were?
the.
I haven't seen
there's-
it. I've only seen the old ones they do.
No,
they
they did-
do whatever they can get from the public domain.
Yes, and they make cheesy commentary during it, have skits in between. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. I love a good roasting of a bad movie.
Yes.
I watch bad movies just for the fun of it, like all by myself, alone, secluded, and with only my wit to get through them.
I couldn't do that.
Endurance
Yeah,
tests.
I can barely watch a good
It's
movie
a
on my
sign of
own,
true
honestly. I need to be watching it with other people.
I'll watch any movie anywhere except for a movie theater. I hate movie theaters.
Movie theaters are alright if you go when no one else is there. Like, during Transformers, we basically had the theater entirely to ourselves, and it's a nice theater with recliners and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So yeah, we were...
For some reason, when I went, I had the whole thing to myself as well. There was nobody there.
I wonder why.
And I was at the AMC in downtown Disney.
It's because we were on the
People go
second
there.
week of, I believe it's the second week of a Transformers movie at 4 o'clock. No one, and during a Monday, no one else was there.
Well, yeah.
True.
No one in their
So
right
we-
mind would go. Therefore, there you are.
Oh, darn, I want to get on to Ninjago soon, but there's probably one more thing I should mention about that before we move on. So, it's totally your guys' fault, because you were stupid. During, when me and Orion went this, no, me and Orion didn't tell anyone Orion was going to be in my town, we were going to see this movie. So, what we did, we both were taking pictures of us going to the movies, but taking pictures of different things. And we even took pictures of us sitting at different parts of the movie theater, and no one made the connection.
Except for me.
Maced it.
The
Maced
second I got
Maced
online.
it, okay. Maced it after he got off work, but like during the day while we were actually there, we're like, come on, someone's getting noticed by now. We're literally sitting in the same theater. No one did. You guys just went on talking about some Transformer or something. We took pictures of the same Lego Ninjago movie poster and sent them.
To be fair, I wasn't home at the time, and when I came back, you still thought I didn't know, but I knew, so...
Yeah, you didn't say anything, but I just thought I'd mention
I
that.
made a meme.
I was doing other stuff and I
beautiful
wasn't paying
meme.
attention.
And you
I
just
didn't even know what
notice.
happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
But let's get on to Ninjago now. We've had the introduction long enough.
That was all the
okay.
introduction. It's all downhill from
Yes. So, I forget how many episodes back at this point, like 3 or 4, maybe 5 episodes, we talked about the end of Hands of Time, and recently Eljay on TTV Ninjago Cast Masters of Podjitsu, you guys just finished up the season as well.
Yes, we did.
So-
We had D Tenaglia Studios on, and we discussed it.
Oh, wait, actually, I don't think you've released that one yet, have you, where you did the recap?
Nope, it's out.
When did that come out?
Yesterday.
14
actually.
hours ago, that's why I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that would do it.
There you go.
So yeah,
You're
I haven't
late.
seen that one yet, but want to give like a quick 2-3 minute recap of what you thought of the season before we talk about the next season?
Certainly. I thought that retroactively, if the next season follows up on every single loose end that Hands of Time started, then retroactively it will be serviceable. It'll be decent. But right now, it's too open. It's too left alone. There's nothing. There's no follow-up. Just a ton of loose ends. It was like going to see The Legend Reborn and then learning Bionicle got canceled.
Oh my goodness.
Tying
That's
it
how
in,
empty a feeling it was.
tying it into something recently, it's like watching The Last Night, and nothing gets finished. It's probably better than The Last Night, all things considered, honestly. But yeah, we had a lot of the same reactions. Like when you reach the end, you're like, "That's the end." Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we have a bunch of Tommy Andreason confirmed stuff going forward, but before we talked about that, we wanted to pick up on a theory you guys actually had on TTV when I listened to episode 5 of Ninjago Cast, and we talked about it back on like 103 of ours a few weeks ago. That was before that, and it was the idea of what will be going forward and if there'll be a time jump. Now, this might go against some of the stuff Tommy Andreason said, but I want to talk about this idea first. So basically, the thought a lot of us have had, because Lloyd confirmed is getting a voice actor next season, finally.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
And the fact that Sensei Wu was basically being shot into the future, a lot of us, and a lot of people in general, like TTV came to the same conclusion too, that there will be a time jump, basically, and we'll see the ninja in a much older mentor-type role in the coming season.
I completely agree.
And that's
that's
where
what
I'd
I'm
like to see the show go, honestly, because I was talking about this with my brother, too. It's starting to get a bit repetitive with some of the things they're trying to do. There is more I feel they could do, but they're not doing it, and I feel like a soft-ish reboot would do it well.
Yeah, I agree. Because right now Ninjago it's in a situation similar to Bionicle Generation 1 where it has a lot of history, a lot of baggage.
Mm-hmm.
So it would do it well to every once in a while get a soft reboot, kind of like what it did in Rebooted.
Yeah.
So this would serve it well if they went that route.
It would, and also, what I would love as a minifigure collector, remember in Possession we saw like the older versions of the ninja in the ice?
Yeah.
I'd love to get those
Except for
as
Cole.
minifigures if they did that, except for Cole. Which, now I wonder how the heck that makes sense, because...
Ghosts don't have reflections.
Well,
But
He's
they
not
do.
a ghost anymore.
yeah, he's not a ghost
Well,
anymore.
yeah, but when he was a ghost, he was looking in the mirror, right?
Yeah, but
Am I
here's the
misremembering?
thing. Everyone else
yeah,
is
and I
older.
guess Jay doesn't have the eye patch now either.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Well, he technically still has it around.
Yeah, but he doesn't wear it.
He could. You see, the thing is, all the older ninja were much older, and they had wrinkles and stuff in there. And Cole is disappearing, and that supposedly it's all the same amount of time jump. And Cole's not a ghost anymore. So
Yes.
True.
Well, yeah, but at the time that he was a ghost, then maybe at that time, then
Yeah,
it
maybe
didn't show up. And
because
in
he-
the future, maybe when he had a body again, he'd be able to
I
see his
mean,
reflection.
real talk, they're probably just not going to pick up on that plot point.
Honestly,
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't get to see his reflection because he was dead at the time.
That's what I'm
There wasn't really anyone
I mean,
looking.
I
There was
guess
just
that
a
could
ghost
be
wandering
possible.
around.
yeah, thanks, Mace. That's
It's
what's I was trying
it's
to say.
probably what it is. I mean, but if you took it to a logical conclusion, it'd mean Cole would die.
That's entirely
Thank
possible.
goodness. I mean, aw.
Let's face it,
Darn.
if Cole died, the team loses nothing.
Yeah.
Well, they lose.
That guy.
They lose the only one
Um,
who at one point dressed something like a ninja.
Well, you see,
They-
that's
they-
an excellent point.
Well, since then, though,
Elfie.
they've kind of
They didn't-
adopted darker costumes.
That's true.
When he died and got turned into a ghost, nobody cared.
See, that's
Nobody cared.
That's a big
even
problem with
little
Cole's
bit.
character is, his fellow ninjas seem to care about him just as much as us as the audience do.
They'd be more
Ouch.
upset if Dareth died.
Yeah, I'd be really upset if
I
Derek
would be
died.
horrified if he died.
I would too, but they would also be more upset if Dareth died than Cole.
Yeah.
You know, last night we were watching, like I said, Tournament of Elements again, and we realized that Dareth just, even though he's crying at Zane's funeral, he just doesn't give a care at all that Zane came back. He's just like, huh, you look different.
Uh-huh.
He's just kind of rolls with everything he's given, you know?
He internalizes everything.
He either screams or internalizes it.
We've talked about this before. I really hope that Dareth is in the Lego Ninjago movie, just something.
If he is not,
Level.
I will be so disappointed, and Lego will have missed
I
out
mean,
on something big.
from the sets, Mother Doomsday is in there, and Dareth was a pretty big character in the show, so...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely bigger than, Mother Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
So
only
I'd
now
love to see a
relegated to-
cameo.
Galador shirt guy.
Galador shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh. What do we got left for this segment? Okay, still got a couple minutes to talk about this theory. So, in that too, the issues I see with this going forward, we'll get into what Tommy Andreason has confirmed with the tweets, issues with it, even though I'd love to see it. There is an issue with the cast would be huge if they did introduce another generation of ninja and kept the old cast, which they probably do.
That is true.
Because I just...
Yeah.
I don't... Obviously, I think we would have heard from the voice actors by now, because, like, I follow Brent Miller on basically everything. He's a really entertaining guy. And he has not said anything about, basically stepping down from the show, and I think he would at this point if he wasn't coming back.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. I feel like, already, Julian Andrews, is that her name? Lloyd's voice actress
Yes,
right
yes.
now?
I believe.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, she's already mentioned.
Yeah,
that
she's
gonna
mentioned
be
that
moving
she's
on.
being replaced.
Yeah.
So I think she's still...
Eljay for Lloyd.
I'm guessing she'll still be on the show to some respect, because I believe she plays Jay's mom as well, and some other characters.
Don't know about Jay's mom, but definitely... Oh, adoptive mother.
Yeah, his
For
adopted.
some reason, I immediately think, oh yeah, the elemental master of lightning from the fight. But
No, Edna, I
no.
meant.
yeah, she does play Edna.
So I think she'll still be around in
I
some
think she's also
respect,
Misako.
But so she's confirmed that. I would have thought that the other ninja voice actors would have said something else. Obviously, they're still going to be. Excuse me, they're still going to stay there. I don't see how they'll fit, entire new generation of ninja, and I feel like they still would want the show to revolve around younger characters. That's what LEGO likes to do with their shows.
Well, here's the thing. LEGO's never done aging very well in this. I mean, look at Kai and Nia's parents.
Okay, oh no, don't open that can of worms.
I'm interested. Open the can.
Okay, so I can say this by now because literally the video's up on the channel. I've got a new series coming out soon where I'm going in and explaining some of the vaguer Ninjago plot points. I've tried to tackle the age thing. It's one of the most impossible things to go on in all of Ninjago. It makes no sense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they don't care if it makes sense or not, then maybe the next wave is not going to make sense time-wise or age-wise either.
Well, it's not going to make sense no matter what they do, so...
And who knows if they're even going to
Okay,
try.
we're getting Tommy Anderson's tweets in the next segment, but he was talking about how we were supposed to get Wu's aging explained in this last season. I don't know what he qualifies as an explanation, but that wasn't an explanation.
You know what I kind of expected them to do with the Wu aging thing? I thought when it was reversed, he was going to be super young, like the age of the ninja. And then from then on, we were just going to have young Wu as a character.
I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that, especially when they tried to make Cole a ghost, but I couldn't quite see them keep sticking with that either.
I mean, I don't think that... I would like to see what they would do with that, but I kind of doubt that they do that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep him as the wise old mentor.
Who doesn't give away information until it's really, 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 really needed.
Well, not even... No, he waits until past that point. Yeah, he waits till it's too late.
Yep.
Dang it, Wu.
Wu is an idiot, at least in this latest season.
Oh, no, Wu.
And he pretended to have Alzheimer's or whatever. Why?
Well, okay, that really ticked me off. I'm retreading old ground. But what was with Wu just being so shocked about the blacksmith symbol and not telling him about their... That was just... Look, I'm a big fan of the show, but that was pathetic.
I'm not sure what they were trying to do with that.
I don't know. I'm just pretty sure Wu has an IQ of like 50.
Savage.
So, alright. That's going to do it for our segment here. On the other side of the break, we're going to be discussing Tommy Anderson's tweets and what we actually have confirmed going forward, so stay tuned for that. Have a question or comment you'd like us to answer on the podcast? Just send us an email at thebccpodcast@gmail.com. Welcome back to the BCC podcast. In this segment, we're going to get into the Tommy Anderson tweets, talk about what we have confirmed with Ninjago for Season 8, and surprisingly, a little bit of Season 9 in there as well. Once again, Eljay is joining us today, and, well, let's get to it. Gotta plug that because some people now, I think, only listen to certain sections since we broke it up like this.
Yeah.
Shame. You must listen to it all.
So,
you stopped the music.
I was dancing.
Thank you. Someone else liked the music.
So catchy.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's from LEGO Universe. Actually, it's one of my favorite tracks ever. That's why I play all the time for bump music.
Man. Oh.
It was a wee bit Irish.
It did feel very Irish in the woodwinds and the piping there.
So, Tommy Anderson has already said a variety of things about Season 8 on Twitter, which is, I believe it to be, it's already written at this point by the Hageman brothers again, which, thank goodness, because though last season wasn't bad, I now have an appreciation for the Hageman brothers' writing being a bit cleaner. Not to the discredit of, I forget the name of the writers for this last
David
season,
Shane.
but, because obviously they had a lot to work with. What was that, LJ?
Mr. David Shane.
Okay, him. But
That
no,
person.
not to his discredit.
That guy.
It was just a little bit more of a mess than we've had for a while. And I look forward to the Anderson, not Anderson brothers. The Hageman brothers coming back because they know the material.
Anderson, Hickman, they sound almost
They
the
made
same.
the material.
So, let's start with the first point he's brought up. Someone asked, why was Cole's personality in Season 7 reduced to just punching and eating? Well, it wasn't reduced this season, first off.
Yeah.
Anderson responded, though, that they didn't have time to service the ninja equally in each season. He will have a great role in Season 8, so supposedly this next season will be another attempt at a Cole season.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Hold on,
We
I'm
saw
not
how
on
the
board.
vest walked out. That wasn't a Cole season. That had more Nia and Lloyd than it did Cole.
Well,
So, I'm a
This
bit
time for
skeptical
sure.
on it exactly yet. Because last season was supposed to be a Kai and Nia season. Kai got the opposite of character development last season.
Does a great role in Season 8 mean that they're going to do the whole season around him, or just that he's more developed this time?
Well, in the past, Ninjago really doesn't ever focus entirely on one character per season. Usually it's like one big plot point, like Rebooted was Zane's season, and, he had the big thing at the end where he dies.
Yeah.
And
Skybound had
Skybound was
Jay
Jay's
very,
season,
very
and,
much.
at the end, basically, it was just Jay, which Skybound's still my favorite season, but point
Yeah,
aside.
that was good.
And trying to remember, Possession was an attempt at Cole. It kind of was a Cole episode. I mean, he was
Ish,
the main focus,
for a little bit.
kind of.
they
After
tried, but they
dying in the middle of the season, they forgot
The whole
all
special was a
about it.
retcon, so it doesn't really, well, not like a real retcon, but like just getting rid of a plot point. So it
shoving it
again, not
under
much
the
to be
mattress, as
expected.
it were.
And
He did get his iron fists from that one, so that's something, I guess.
is it a good something though?
No, it makes no sense.
That's another thing about a quick disclaimer about Tommy Anderson's tweets. If I recall correctly, he said we would find out more about Cole's fists in the last season. We didn't.
Well, we did find out more. We found out he could punch and he couldn't control it, and it felt weird to him. So we did find out something. We just didn't find out
That his hands-
anything important.
We found out that his hands are now sentient.
Yeah.
We found out that his hands are about as useless as he is.
Oh, well,
So, I feel like... No, never mind. I was going to say, I feel like it could be a cool concept, and I thought it through, and no. I can't figure out any way they can make it work still. It's just, I don't get why it's there. Why is it a thing? What is it? Nothing about it has been explained.
Didn't he already have special hands? He's the only one with super strength.
well, yeah.
True potential is kind of a thing now, kind of not. That's actually one of the future plot points I hope to tackle after some more research. But I don't know what's going on with that, and I hope if Cole is the focus of this next season, that will be finally.
That would be
Maybe
nice.
he'll even get a
I
personality
mean, I wouldn't be
again.
opposed to it being flushed out of the season either, if we just forgot about it.
Well,
But I don't get it. What is it? So, another thing about Cole he's mentioned, though, is several people have asked about Cole's mother. And he has said that that'll be touched upon in this season.
In one line of throwaway dialogue. I mean, what?
Wow.
So, here's the interesting thing, though. Again, we were watching Tournament of Elements last night. The Elemental Master of Earth is a guy in that one. So,
Maybe Cole has a brother or an uncle? I don't know.
for a 40-year age difference?
I don't know.
Maybe
Was
it's his
there a
grandpa.
male Master of Earth?
Yes, there was, because we saw the first flashback to the Elemental Masters. You see him, because Klaus and Chin have him turn on the other Elemental Masters.
Yeah, I think he's in one of the goblin or orc helmets. From
Yeah, he has a helmet and stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he has facial hair, too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a guy or just a
Interesting.
very strange woman.
I kind of doubt the latter point.
The bearded lady.
So, here's again what the thing is either, well, I wouldn't doubt Ninjago's generations make no sense, and he had a daughter, and that's Cole's mother, or even worse, Cole is also adopted.
Just like Jay.
What? Wait, no, never
Maybe
mind.
Cole's dad had the power.
I was gonna say,
before,
what if the guy that plays Starfair, I forget his name again, wasn't even Jay's real dad? What if the Master of Earth wasn't? Jay and Cole are really brothers?
Oh my gosh!
No.
And then that makes the love triangle even.
Oh my gosh!
Don't give them any ideas. You'll ruin it all.
It's too late. The damage has been done.
It's
There is
already
no
in motion
escape
now.
You know, I still can't figure out the circumstances behind Jay's adoption anyways. His mother must have died at some point. But,
I'm really not sure what happened with that.
so yeah, Cole's parentage is getting even... Once we establish that it has to be a lineage for the Elemental Masters, it's gotten way more confusing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see, I had always thought before that it can be a lineage, but that was just because they, like, inherit traits of their parents, and, you know, they kind of were attuned to that element more, which I think, honestly, is a better plot thread than having to, you know, have them passed down.
What happens if they die without any kids?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that
That's
may
my
be
question.
addressed here because he's also confirmed Zane, how he got his elemental powers will be addressed. Maybe, again, it might
That
just
would
be
be
addressed
cool.
as much as Cole's hands were addressed, so...
They might briefly mention something and say, "Oh, that's why I have ice powers and I'm an android." Maybe. Let's go.
I don't know. I feel like since Zane's become Titanium Zane, he really has not had much of anything in the lines of character development.
Yeah.
He's basically been a tool for the plot for a little bit now.
Yeah, or played up for comedic effect, which I'm kind of disappointed for, because Zane was my favorite character before the season 4.
He was my favorite character for a long time. I think he still might be just.
I'd love to see him get a
because-
bit more relevance again and kind of, you know, bring his titanium personality to something more than just played up for laughs at this point.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll bring that back in that next season and make him more
I
himself.
feel like every single season they've had some gag with his voice. And it's
What are
getting
they doing to
old.
Brent Miller in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're making him walk for that paycheck.
No kidding. It's like, all right, Brent, listen, we need you to sound like you're being electrocuted. So we brought in this high voltage taser. Don't worry. It won't kill you, but it ain't gonna tickle either.
That's a quote from someone, but I can't remember where it is.
I feel like that's
Civil
something
War.
we do for voice acting in one of our videos, because one time Leo wanted to scream for a video, so I
I
clubbed
remember
myself in
this.
the knee for it.
Oh,
But then he said it sounded too horrifying, so he didn't even use it.
wow.
He wanted you to act like your kneecaps were being broken, right? So that was
Yeah,
why you
so
clubbed
I-
yourself.
Did the closest thing I could do to that, and Leo didn't appreciate it.
Almost break them.
It was too realistic.
It was real.
He doesn't understand
And then
true
the
art.
finished result.
Yeah, and then I made several takes and used the worst take out of them. It was awful. Don't bring up our old videos. I did, but...
How could
Oh,
you?
man.
So, yeah, I hope they actually bring up that point. For all we know, so the Elemental Master of Ice in the flashbacks we've gotten was like the oldest of the Elemental Masters. So it is
Oh,
very
yeah.
possible that, you know, Dr. Julian could have been his son.
Yeah.
That is possible, and I'm hoping that that's what they're going for.
But maybe when an elemental master dies, their power just goes to someone else at random.
We haven't
that's
established
how
if there can be
Zane
more
got
than
it.
one of the same Elemental Master, though, is the thing.
We
The
do know
only
there are
time
two.
we've ever seen that is Hands of Time.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
That's
did
true.
Kai and his parents never did use their power after Kai and Neo were born?
But
Yeah, I
the
was
two
wondering
hands
about
of
that.
time, that's two different masters of time.
Yeah,
Well, they
that
have
is
two
true.
different
That was
aspects
answered.
of time,
True.
The whole
but it's still time.
the whole Kai and Nia's. Yeah, that's true. Kai and Nia's parents, they didn't use their elemental powers because apparently, according to Tommy Andreason, when elemental masters have kids, they lose all power.
Okay.
That's symbolic of something, I'm sure.
I didn't see that tweet. So
yeah,
it is confirmed there can only be
about
one.
That.
So darn, what if they have more than 2 kids?
Seriously.
What?
One kid has a severe inferiority complex?
I still don't know how that works.
Yes.
See, so not what I've been wondering though. So Jay and Nia's basically think at this point, if they have kids, that means their lineage has water, fire, and lightning, or does the fire part not transfer down?
Fire part is probably separate at this point.
So does Kai only inherit
unless
fire, and Nia inherits water, or can their kids be either lightning, water, or fire?
If Kai dies before they have kids, I'd assume that perhaps one of them would get fire, but as long as Kai is still kicking, I don't think either of them will get fire. Either their kids will have fire, I mean.
It's all very confusing.
I'm fairly...
Yes.
If
Yes,
Kai and Skylar were as a thing later, and they had 2 kids, whichever one gets Amber would just be like totally superior, because then they'd always have their sibling with fire around too, and they could use fire whenever they wanted.
Again, superiority complexes. We have a lot of unhappy
eventually
childhoods.
too, if all the elemental masters keep pairing with each other, though, it's going to basically all the elemental masters will be in one family.
Yeah, that leads to some severe blue blood situations. Like with the royal families where they would only interbreed with one another. And then you... Yeah, that leads to
That's
issues
exactly what Ninjago needs.
No, it is not!
Please, no!
Heavy sarcasm.
We do not need to homogenize the Ninjago elemental masters.
It's disturbing enough as is.
You know, how young is Ninjago at the realm? If it was made by the first Spinjitzu master...
Okay, this has been something that's come because TTV brought it up in their Ninjago cast a while ago, so everyone's been talking about it. Tommy Andreason has said some stuff about it before. It's like, it is at least thousands of years, I believe he said.
Then how old is that first master?
See, here was my theory, was basically the first Spinjitzu master... Well, actually... Eljay, you guys talked about this on your podcast, so you might remember it better than I, because I just heard it there. But didn't Tommy Andreason also say that, Wu and Garmadon were alive for hundreds of years or something before the Serpentine Wars?
No, I don't think... No, I think that was the first Spinjitzu
Okay, that was the
master.
first Spinjitzu. So we don't... They might have normal lifespans, or they might not. He has said that the Elemental Master's lifespan is longer than a normal person, which may make sense until you think about it. Again, ages make no sense, but... So,
the timeline is just...
It makes more sense when you glaze your eyes over.
I've always attributed, the first Spinjitzu Master and Wu and Garmadon more to, the Greek mythology type thing, where he didn't have kids for a long time after the world was created, and then he did, and then he didn't die until after that.
That's possible.
Yeah.
He might have passed his power down to Wu and Garmadon, and that's what got him to die.
You can die.
That is possible, too. Of course, it's the one thing that doesn't make sense at all, though, is when you can maybe explain this stuff until you throw Lloyd's age into the mix, and then it just all falls apart.
Yeah.
Because there's the short battle between brothers, and Wu and Garmadon are both young in that one.
Yeah.
And that's when Garmadon's banished. So, supposedly, Lloyd would have already had to have been around in some respect at that point, and therefore they would have been young 10 years before the pilot episode about, because assuming Lloyd's 10 in the...
Yeah.
In the beginning.
I'm not sure if I posted that in our notes for today, but that was something else on Tommy Andreason's Twitter, where someone asked what Lloyd's mental age was, and he said around 15.
Then why did they put him in charge? Don't trust a 15-year-old with your own ninja organization.
I've not liked Lloyd's character since they tried to make him in charge, so he doesn't work, and I hope they fix him in this next season. Let's use that take around back to the season.
Thing.
Will they fix Lloyd in this next season?
The world may never know until then.
They're getting rid of his not good voice, so maybe.
Well, okay, not good is a bit of exaggeration. It just doesn't fit at this point.
Yeah.
But
it worked when he was 10, but now that he's, much older, it's about time he...
Yeah,
Some puberty kicked in just a little.
Especially in Hands of Time,
Yes.
I feel like they just have no idea what to do with Lloyd anymore. I have no idea.
We finished his
It's
arc.
because
now
they never intended him to last longer than what was this? The Golden Master thingamajig.
Yeah, Ninjago was supposed to be canceled there, so obviously they didn't. Lloyd's arc finished earlier than everyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 I honestly, what I would have preferred they'd done is if Lloyd went off on his own after that point. I think it would have been better to go back to the original 4, basically, and not try and shoehorn Lloyd's crisis of being a leader, apparently, into the show.
So Lloyd goes off and becomes a hobbit.
No, just basically, like, Ninjago's big enough. He can be protecting other places. He's, like, so much more powerful than everyone else, supposedly.
That's true. Maybe he could be off, I don't know, finding the elemental masters. I don't know.
But he just got on my nerves this last season, and I hope they're going to be doing some changes to his character with the new voice actor, which, again, I'm not sure if they're going to do some sort of time jump. I feel like they wouldn't, because, again, they want the ninja to be teenagers pretty desperately, apparently.
I think they're going to do a time-ish jump. Not so significant that they're old people, but just skip a little bit forward.
I agree. I think that they will be at least older, but in the same line as Kai and Nia's parents don't look older, neither will they.
Yeah, I see. I'd like if they took that direction. Part of me feels like Lego wouldn't have their show centric around, like, adult or more young adult type characters. They seem to really want all their main characters to be teenager-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be 20. That's young enough. And that could be about a 5-year time skip if you pretend everyone's
like I said, I'd like
16 or whatever.
I'm really interested to see what Lego does with that. I hope that they age up, because I feel like that would, give us a lot more chances for better character development than last season was limbo.
That's why Wu got sent to the future, so they won't have to explain him dying of old age. He can still be around, and they can time jump.
That's a good point.
So they gotta bring him back to the future again. I'm sorry.
The season is going to begin with Wu coming back.
So, one last point on this, and then, unless anyone else has anything to bring up, of course, but in the tweets we have, Tommy Andreason's also confirmed scripts for Season 9 are halfway done. Now, of course, that doesn't confirm officially Lego will release it. However, Season 8's confirmed at this point, and they could be doing something like they did with Turn of Elements and Possession next year, with 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So, that's just kind of interesting. I think Ninjago continues to be an evergreen, basically.
It is. 100%. It is absolutely an evergreen.
I can't wait to see if it outlives Bionicle.
I am very curious to see how it goes.
Let's see. How long has Ninja... It recently celebrated its 6-year anniversary?
Yes.
A little bit ago.
I believe it's 2011, 2012 it started. I have Bricklink up right here, actually, so I can
11.
check.
Yeah, it had to have been 11.
Because I was there. I've been collecting it since when it first started. Yeah, 2011, because that was the same year as Hero Factory 2.0.
What do I win? What do I win?
Nothing.
No.
The knowledge that you succeeded.
But I have so much.
So, yeah, it's been 6 years. So it has roughly 4 or 5 years, depending on how you count Bionicle's run, until it reaches the point Bionicle is at.
Bionicle was 10 years, because a little often forgotten fact is that it debuted in 2000 in Europe.
So,
and that still counts, just because we Yanks didn't get it.
It's still so hard to believe that it was 6 years ago when I first started collecting Ninjago. Time is gone.
You're in too deep, man.
I was unpacking all my sets yesterday, and I have got so many sets. But my Ninja collection's almost complete, so that's good.
Excellent.
I didn't even start collecting Ninjago when it first came out. I was still reeling from the end of Bionicle G1.
Okay, that's the thing. I actually didn't collect anything from the end of Bionicle to Ninjago. I got like 2 sets during that time.
Many would say you didn't miss out on much.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't a great period either. But another thing, I was actually really into Lego Universe during that time. Shortly after I was just getting over Bionicle being over, they closed Lego Universe.
Oh, that was devastating.
That was awful.
And still so mad.
that was. But since then, I've actually think Lego's gone way uphill since that point. There's been, especially these last few years, the Ninjago's just been doing nothing but getting better.
It really has been doing really, really well.
It has some fantastic sets these days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyone else have anything to talk about with season 8 or 9 coming up before we end this segment, move on to the game segment?
The Hands of Time guys, their looks were very not interesting as far as Ninjago bad guys go. Chen was better, Nadagon was better.
Well,
Laurel was
I meant,
better.
in the future seasons, though, we already have the Hands of Time coverage.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
You have anything, LJ?
Yeah, so one of these tweets concerns me.
Which one is that?
Somebody asks, will season 8 have a conclusion to the plot points in season that
I forgot
are left open? He's like, no Tommy
I
Anderson.
was looking at that.
Wrong answer.
We all know some means 1 or 2, maybe less.
Oh, we didn't even talk
It's
about.
one of the
We didn't
most
talk about
infuriating
Samurai
ones.
X, which I think everyone's on the same page as Pixel
yeah.
at this point, unless they're being really clever with us, and it's gonna be
Unless
someone
they are
totally
doing
Dareth.
it, and yeah, we made you all
It's
think it was...
I mean,
Unless
props to
they're
them if
deliberately
they are
making it.
trying to throw us off with all the Pixel stuff, but it's Pixel.
Yeah.
I am really hoping that either it's Pixel because I like Pixel, or they totally throw us off by having it be an actual new character, or maybe the armor's sentient now. I don't know.
Oh, Derek.
I want it to be Dareth so
I like
bad.
Dareth. It could be Dareth.
Everyone likes Dareth.
I mean,
Competent Derek for the win.
he actually knew what he was doing the whole time.
Watch, that's one of the plot points Tommy Anderson talks about that's not going to be picked up on.
They better not. Listen, I will take the brown samurai any day of the week over, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they could not resolve there. I don't think I have the tweet here, though, but he did talk about at some point that Cyrus Borg would be involved again, as well as Dareth and Ronan have been confirmed for appearances again.
Awesome.
Just a quick
Yay.
note there.
Who's
Oh,
that?
and Skylar.
Oh,
He's also
Skylar's
confirmed
back.
will appear in the
Oh,
upcoming
that's
season.
good. I wouldn't mind seeing her come back a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
to be relegated to a punchline.
Well, we try not to think about these things.
No, we
Yeah.
it's our job to
That's a
think
good way to
about
go
these
about it.
things. I mean, it's not a very good
That
paying
is the
job, but it's a
point.
job nonetheless. So I look forward to seeing what they're going to do, though, and how they'll differentiate it from the movie. I'm
really
just glad it's
excited to
continuing,
see
honestly,
just-
because Ninjago's fun to talk about.
It is.
I want to see what the bad guys are gonna be. That's what I'm most excited
Yeah,
to
but we
see.
have nothing to go off of there
Probably
yet.
bad.
Oh,
Or maybe
I mean,
Let's
it's a
make
safe
them
bet if
morally
you say
complex.
snakes. Just say snakes and you're probably safe.
No more snakes.
Why'd it have
Why'd
to
it
be
have to be
snakes?
snakes?
Alright, so we're going to get to our game in the upcoming segment, so stick around for that. Want to join in on the discussion? Join the BCC Crew Discord server. Link is in the description below. Welcome back to the BCC podcast, segment 3. In this segment, we're going to be going over our LEGO Ideas Spotlight as well as our game of the week. This week, it will be the finally actually named game this year in LEGO history. Played this a few weeks ago before, and it was a lot of fun, so we decided to bring it back. Alright, so before we get on to the game, though, Glenda, you want to bring up the LEGO Ideas of the week?
I will, and I am putting it in chat now. Since we were going on about the Lego Ninjago stuff, I decided to bring up something of a similar caliber. So this is the essence of Japan.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Japanese architecture and Asian
too.
architecture in general. There's my favorite LEGO sets, obviously, is I collect a ton of Ninjago. And this is a really cool thing. We got multiple dioramas here. I feel like it's just down LEGO Ideas alley to do something like this, too.
Yeah, so there's a traditional Japanese gate called a tori, a Japanese dojo, a traditional seating area, which is normally in gardens, and an Oban Lantern Festival picture. All of which I think are really well done. They're nice. They're small, but they're easy to display, and they honestly look
small is good because
nice
I
for the size
has
they
some
are.
really big sets lately. And
Yeah. And they look really nice for the size that they are.
they're great display pieces. This is something I'd buy if it came out.
You know, I really like how they look connectable. Like, maybe you could even have other countries added to a line later down the line.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, at that point, you might get a bit closer to architecture, though it's not at all the same scale, so...
True.
I just feel it looks a little bare in my mind, just like... I don't know why, just...
Perhaps, but depending on the price.
Background.
Well, given how small they are, I think that's kind of to be expected. And they've got a lot in the space that they have. They're just really, really small.
Yeah, and I appreciate, actually, the size for them. I think it's good to have smaller sets. Like I said, not everything has to be this huge set.
I like the dynamic build for the ninja's legs.
Okay, yeah, that kind of is off-putting to me.
I like
it. Looks kind of weird, and I doubt Lego would do this if they released it as an official set.
Yeah, but it looks so dynamic, like he's actually doing something.
What are your thoughts, Eljay?
Well, you see, like Ninjago, this is a classic case of cultural appropriation, and as such, this is just blatant racism, just like Lego would do. I don't think you guys understand how much of a racist, vile thing Ninjago is, but this is right up their alley. And it's just as awful.
You just triggered a bunch of memories I had of me when Ninjago first came out, and then people complaining that it wasn't like feudal Japan when it had power lines in the pilot episode already.
Yeah. No, that was a discussion that was on one of the popular Bionicle fan sites, and it was rather ridiculous. But no, this looks awesome. I love this. It looks like it could be an offshoot of architecture. Like slice of life, brick of life. I don't know what they'd call it, but I really like this idea. I don't have any intention of going to Japan. I don't have any particular interest in Japan. However,
by the way,
I do love Japan architecture, and I love what they've done in Ninjago, so this is great.
I feel we should give a shout out to our former member, Chris, who's actually in Japan right now.
Oh yeah, hey Chris!
Yes, and honestly, I picked this one because I like Japan because my brother went one time and he kind of introduced me to it, and now I really like Japan, so...
I like Nintendo, so...
So therefore you like Japan.
That's like...
that's basically
I just like sushi.
Yeah, oh no, I love
Sushi's
sushi.
Good.
Sushi, yeah.
I like One Piece.
I get that reference.
I like a rock.
All right, before this burns, let's get into the game. So this is the This Year in Lego History game.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I go on?
No.
No.
Unacceptable.
Don't be ridiculous.
So,
this is the coup
in this game,
taking over.
I am going to say a year of, history. And then we're going to go around the cast one at a time, and they're going to name a theme that was currently releasing sets in that year. It keeps going around and around until someone either can't think of a theme, or they name a theme that did not have any sets in that year. Whoever is left at the end gets a point.
Ooh, I like this game.
Yep.
All right, any questions?
So long as you stay within the 2000s, I will win. Because I've been doing this thing on Twitter. This day in Bionicle history.
I've been following that.
Oh boy.
Okay, and quick other rules. Theme. It has to be an actual theme that produces sets. It's not gear and stuff like that. Don't count.
Video games don't count.
No, video games don't count either. Sure. It has to be actual Lego. Construction counts as Lego. all of you that say it doesn't, so that counts here.
Who the heck here says it doesn't?
No one here,
one?
but
No one
people
here.
listening.
That's what I thought.
We are the mighty ones.
All right.
We are number one. Sorry.
So yeah, anything that has those in it counts. All right, so the first year we're going to start with is actually 2001.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go from top to bottom here. So Eljay, let's start with you.
I mean, come on. I'm sorry. This Bionicle.
Yeah, that's how the first round always goes.
Seriously.
Glenda.
Yep.
Alpha Team?
Yep, Alpha Team was a thing that year. You went. I don't know why you didn't choose an obvious one, but hey, that's good.
I'm not a very straightforward person, okay?
Mace.
Technic.
Yep, Technic.
Star Wars.
Yep, Star Wars is also a thing. All right, back to LJ.
Oh no. Oh wait, no. City.
Yep, City. That's always a safe bet. Okay. Actually, I'll let it go this time because I said it was actually called Town in 2001.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was my mistake, though. I didn't bring it up right away.
Okay.
So. Just
Snap.
Dodged a bullet there.
Glenda.
Lego Harry Potter?
Was Harry Potter in this one? By the
It was
way,
either
for anyone who's
2001 or
referencing
2002.
this, yes, it was 2001.
Okay.
By the way, for anyone listening, all the references for the sets do come from Brick Set. So if you want to correct us on anything, bring it up with Brick Set.
Ooh.
Nice.
Mace.
Studios.
Yeah, we were just talking.
Yeah, we were talking about
the
that.
other
Studio
day.
was indeed a thing. It was a big thing in 2001.
I remember my brother had the 2001 studio set.
A total of 41 different studio sets were released in this year.
Whoa! I thought they only made like 20 total.
A lot of them are really small.
Itsy bitsy.
My brother had a very,
46,
very
sorry,
small
not 41.
one.
All right, Malaris.
Trains today.
Trains. Yes, Trains was still around then.
Ooh.
And here's where it gets tight.
This is where it gets
nostalgia.
real.
Just a sudden blast of overwhelming nostalgia to a lot of the AFOLs out there.
Ooh.
All right, LJ.
Okay. This is either going to be right on a technicality or wrong and I lose. Galador.
Galador.
Oh.
Galador was not out this year.
What? It was
Ah.
out to-
Aw.
what?
Nope. Galador did not come out. Let me confirm when it came out. I believe it was more around 2002 when Galador came out.
Well, I know they had a show in 2002, but I thought the show had 2 seasons, and I know.
Yep,
it didn't go beyond
Galador
2000.
was a theme introduced in 2002. It went 2002 to 2003.
Son of a God, that makes little sense to me because I read up that the reason Bionicle didn't get a movie in '01 was because of how terrible the show for Galador was in like 2000.
Huh. Galador would have been in production in that year, so could it have been they were talking about how Bionicle didn't get a movie because they were developing the Galador show then?
I don't know because it was based off reception.
Huh. Yeah.
Maybe
that wouldn't
focus
make
testing
sense.
was bad for the Galador show.
I don't...
Regardless, it was a shot in the dark, and I'm blind. Continue.
Glenda.
When you're in the dark, all the odds are in favor of a blind man. Was Pirates going on during then?
Pirates. Yes, Pirates had 3 sets released that year.
I have exhausted my knowledge. If it gets back to me, I'm
Oh
dead.
no, now it's my turn.
Yes.
Adventurers.
Adventurers, I believe... No.
No. Orient Expedition.
I'm looking through the theme
Yeah.
list on here. Nope, Adventurers is not on here.
No. I'm out.
Let me
Alright.
confirm when Adventures was out. Well, actually, I shouldn't tell you guys because we have more years coming
Oh,
forward.
that's...
Oh yeah.
I just want to know myself, though, so, Malaris.
So.
It's
Jack
just you and Clem.
Stone would that count as a.
It was something Lego did.
Yep, Jackstone had 11 sets in 2001.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I actually
You're a
owned
monster.
quite a few of them.
I own the minifig at
I
least.
never
You're a
got that
secondhand
one.
monster.
Whoa, wait, that one I have is supposed to be a police HQ? I never knew what the heck that was supposed to be. It was just some pillars and a platform. Alright, so LJ is out, back to Klenda.
There. Did someone already do racers?
I don't think they did so far. Was Racers out this year? Yes, it was.
Oh. It's all on
Alright.
you now, Mal.
Back to Maluris.
There's this one space. It's Life on Mars. Would that be out?
Oh, I don't think Life on Mars is out. Then let me check. Life on Mars. Nope. Life on Mars was not out this year.
You win, Glenda.
Glenda, you win that round, which again puts you up to 12 points, and you're tied with me for points again.
Ooh.
We'll go over the scoreboard at the end of the game. All right, the next year we're gonna do one that's not gonna be as hard to think of. It's gonna go through a few rounds. 2013.
Okay.
You're a monster.
All right, LJ starts with you again.
Ninjago.
Yep, Ninjago. All right, Klenda.
Chima.
Chima. Did Chima come out? No, Chima didn't come out in 2014, didn't it?
I thought it was 2013.
Let's find out.
Shima may have been releasing sets in
I
2013.
thought it was like late 2013.
If it was 2013, it was the ones that came out on Christmas, which were 2014 sets.
Okay, does that count?
Let me confirm it from another source. It's not on Brickset.
Because I'm pretty sure, because Chima lasted 3 years, I'm pretty sure it did not end in...
Oh, wait. I'm looking under C. I should be looking under Legends of Chima.
Oh.
Nice.
Yep, okay, yep, that was right.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. No one calls it Legends of Chima. Who's ever said the full title Legends of Chima?
Lego
You
has.
just did right now.
You are the very first person on Earth.
Ah.
Alright, yep, you were right. Gunda, thanks for catching that. Alright.
I was terrified that I
Mace.
just died in the first round
Hero
again.
Factory.
Yep, Hero Factory would have been
Darn it.
out. It would not live long, but it was there.
Yep.
Alright, Maluris.
You know what's coming, Star Wars.
Oh, yep.
Why did I think it's Star Wars?
It's always Star Wars with me, man.
What?
Always.
Joe.
What?
It's
All right,
the
back to
theme that
LJ.
never ends.
City.
Yep. City is not town at this point, so it's out. Klenda.
Wait, what?
I said city is no
Friends?
longer town at this point, so yep, that counts.
Oh. Phew, nice.
Friends? Yes, I believe Friends was out at this point.
Awesome.
Technic.
Yep, Friends, and yep, obviously Technic is still around Mace. Lyris.
2013. That's yes, they already did.
The Dark Year.
Wow. It seems like I'm better with the older sets. Oh dear, this is throwing me under a bus. Does Duplo count?
No.
Okay,
Ooh.
Actually, this was a year I got very few Lego sets. Ninjago had a very small wave. The only set I got that entire year was the Golden Dragon.
Oh dear.
Okay, you gotta say something
Yeah,
soon.
no, I got nothing.
You're gonna
I got
forfeit?
nothing.
Really? Come on, take a guess.
Well, I forfeited, like, trying to even win these games because, like, there's no way at this point.
We're only halfway through the year.
Malaris.
And I still have only 4 points.
Don't let your
Gotta
memes
understand.
be dreams. You can do it.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in the you that I believe in. And say the first thing that comes to mind.
Hobbit?
Hobbit, actually, yes.
Oh, man. I mean, yay. Congratulations.
Eljay has discovered his new career as a motivational speaker. All right,
You can
Eljay,
replace
back
Shia
to you.
LaBeouf now.
All right. Creator.
Yep, creator.
Yes.
All right, Glenda.
Was Mindstorms around at that time? Because I remember I had
Okay, well,
Ooh.
I'm going to stop you there. I just want you to think about if Mindstorms released any new sets in that year.
Okay.
That's a risky move.
Okay. I mean, I remember I had one when I was that age, but
It was definitely out then, but it's up to you whether or not you think they released a new product.
Okay,
in
they have to release a
2013.
new product that year.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with something different. Okay.
Come on. Come on.
Marvel superheroes.
No, that was what I was going to say.
Man, I've been sitting on that one the whole game.
Yes.
DC.
Oh, yep. DC comic superheroes is also out, me.
You see, I've been waiting for one of you to say either Marvel or DC,
So you can
because
say
then
the
I could
other
just
one.
say the other. Yes.
Yeah, that makes it safe.
Lord of the
Oh, no.
Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Did they have Lord of the Rings sets this
I
year? Yes,
thought
they
they
did.
did. Okay.
Man,
Oh, no.
now all 4 of the ones I've been sitting on since the beginning are gone.
No.
There's still quite a few themes this year you guys haven't mentioned yet.
True.
Okay. All right. Think, LJ, think.
You can do it, LJ. I believe in you.
Thank you. Okay.
We believe in your light.
I can do this. I can do this. All right. Collectible minifigures.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I just had to. I was thinking if there's one really obvious one, and I was right. No one has gotten it yet.
It might be
Glenda?
obvious, but it also might not be.
What was that one? Dino?
Dino. Oh.
That's a
No,
gamble.
Dino was not out that year.
Oh, I was thinking 2012. Okay.
Yeah, Dino may have been out in 2012. I don't remember the exact years for that theme, but
Well, it's kind of an obscure theme, so.
Dino Attack was better. He had machine guns.
Hmm.
All right, Mace.
Oh man, I'm gonna need a second. Nothing is crossing my mind at all.
Oh, come on.
Like-
Mace. Oh, I kind of... There's so many themes you guys haven't gotten yet. There's a lot of themes this year.
Monster Hunters.
I'm gonna double check. I don't think Monster Hunters was out
I
anymore
think
that
it
year.
was, actually.
Um,
I thought it was introduced that year.
I'm confirming on another site. It was released in 2010. Did it have 2012 sets? I don't think it did.
Aww. Oh well, I had
No,
to say
Monster
something.
Hunter seems to have been a one-year theme. It only had sets in May and June of 2012.
Wow. Well, I had to say something. I had nothing in my head.
So,
I just thought
nope.
of something, dang it.
Anyways. Larissa, it's against you and LJ now.
No pressure!
All right. Bring it on, bud.
Alright. Teenage Ninja Mutant.
Yep. Yep.
Isn't it Teenage
You.
Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, it's
Not Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles?
No,
It
it's
doesn't
Turtles
matter to
Ninja Mutant Turtles.
Probably one of the
Teenagers.
odder themes Lego has done, honestly.
I'd
It didn't
forgotten that
last
they'd
for
done
long.
that.
Yeah, they had it for a while based off... they had some based off the first movie and the Nickelodeon series. All right, LJ.
I need to take some chi to calm my nerves. All right,
Blaze that fire chief.
here we go. Closing my eyes, taking another shot in the dark. Lego ideas.
Lego ideas. Well, there might be a big problem with that, and I believe it was still called Kusu then.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, it's
All right. I mean, it's still the same thing. Technically,
is it the idea or is it the name of the thing? Are you allowed to say that one with the turtles that are teenagers and they're mutant and they're ninjas?
If there was a Kusu set released that year, I'll count it. I'm confirming this.
I can say what it is. Well, I don't know. That might jinx it.
Yes, there were. Okay. I know it was under a different theme, so I'm just going to count it. It was Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because, yeah, it's actually labeled
I was
under,
thinking that.
at Brickset, it's labeled under Minecraft, so that's why I didn't see it immediately.
Yeah, that makes sense. Whew. Safe.
So, yep.
That's on you now, Mal.
No pressure! No pressure! Sorry.
The Lone Ranger? What's that?
No.
Wow.
No.
Yep. Yep.
Oh!
It's like a game of Jenga at this point, basically.
Okay. Oh, darn it. 2013? What the heck came out in 2013?
Let's see.
I think we've
Haven't
gotten
gotten
those
that
yet.
one yet.
Oh, darn it. Come on.
Yeah, you are starting to run out of them. There's at least 2, 3, 4,
I wonder.
5.
I wonder if I can get away on this technicality.
Ooh.
Holiday.
Yeah, yep, that counts.
Oh!
Nice.
Smooth.
No.
There's at least 5 themes left, though, Molaris. One of them was a big theme this year, too, that no one has guessed.
I'm sure when we hear it, we'll all feel stupid.
Well, okay.
I just remembered one. Dang it.
I remembered one too.
I remembered 1, 2, 3. Ha!
Good for you guys.
I've given up. I got nothing more. So if you win, I'm toast.
I have one thing, but I think it's.
No,
I
you
don't know if it's like if it counts or not.
No, you don't. It doesn't.
You can't prove a thing.
So much for the inspiration, LJ.
Listen, there's inspiration and there's victory. I did the inspiration bit. Now look where it got me. Look where it got Shia LaBeouf.
Oh! Wow.
Low blow there. Free the
That's
fan.
hitting below the kneecap.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to
something-
go for it. Master Builders Academy.
Don't you dare.
was Master Builders Academy?
Master
do not think
Builders
that's right.
Academy.
Oh, nope, they
I
did
don't
release
think
stuff
so.
this year.
No.
The Time
Really?
Machine, World
They did?
Architecture, Inventors Lab, Adventure Designer, and Yep, it was a ton of Master Builder stuff came out this year.
You disgust me.
Oh, so you've discussed me.
Okay.
Ow.
Oh, the LJ, there is still one big theme this year that no one has guessed. If you can get it.
Where?
I think I know
Okay.
what it is.
I think that that's the one that I remember.
I think I know it.
One more big theme that released in 2013. Did it have a TV show?
No, I can say that. Yeah, that's obvious enough. It didn't have a TV show. The only thing that had a TV show this year was Ninjago and Chima. Technically, Ninjago
And
didn't
Hero
actually have
Factory.
episodes. Oh, yeah. But I always forget about Hero Factory.
Everyone forgets.
I don't think the show was actually on
Except for
TV that year.
Oh, that's possible.
It was a
Okay.
webisode that year.
Yeah.
And the next year. And then it was dead.
Because I know the Lego movie released in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not that.
When I say big, it's not like a Big Bang theme, but it was one of their main themes, and it had quite a few sets.
One of their main themes, and it had quite a few sets. No. You know what? Good job, Malaris. Atlantis.
No, it wasn't Land.
Yep.
It
I
was
checked.
Galaxy
You win
Squad.
now.
Galaxy. Oh, I always
okay,
forget the
okay.
space themes.
Yep, that was it. So the round
I would
goes to
not have
Malaris.
guessed that.
So much for giving up, eh, Malaris?
That one gives me.
You're now tied with
one
Leo
more
for points.
Wow.
Okay, what do we have for time? Okay, we're kind of going overtime, so
Of course.
probably should end the episode here. This was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, we should keep going.
I love these games you guys do.
Yo, yeah, the games are awesome
And
when
now
you
we've
remember
now
to
we've
do
got
them.
we've got two big attractions now. We've got the bump music too.
Of course.
We're special.
So that's gonna about wrap it up for us today. If you have any comments on what you'd like to see in Ninjago seasons 8 or 9, please leave them below. Have a discussion about it as well. If you have any comments about LJ being on, I guess that's also a thing that happened today. If you were screaming at some people about themes they should have been saying throughout the game, comment that below. I mean, I yell at podcasts a lot too, and people do stupid things. So, again, I want to thank LJ for guest starring, and I want to thank all of you for listening.
Yes,
And
thank
any
you.
last
Thank
words,
you.
anyone?
It's awesome to
Was
have.
pirates?
Sorry, you go ahead.
Was pirates one of the themes? I have to know.
Yeah, it was. They had a single set that
Ah, I knew it.
year. It was a minifigure
No.
pack, but it
Oh
was
my
a set.
goodness.
Classics pirate set.
Doesn't
Any last
matter.
words, LJ?
One of these days I'll win.
You do still have the only points that we have for guests, LJ.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
The guest account is currently at 1.
Wow, May, stop helping.
So, hopefully we'll have you on again sometime in the future, and you can grab some more
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, and I,
Yes.
unlike all these slackers, will see you at Brickfair. Haha.
At least one of you will be there.
I will try, and hopefully it will be fun. I mean, it's Brickfair, so of course it's gonna be fun.
You gotta be in some TGV videos. You just gotta.
Do it.
I would love
I've
that.
been here. Now at least one of you guys needs to come over. Gotta do a collaboration. The others may not agree to it, but I agree to it. And that's what matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, look forward to what we do in the future then, and I'm glad you're going to go to Brickfair without me, Glenda.
Well, that's not my fault. That's John's
Or is
fault.
it?
Blame him.
I blame
Or
you.
is it?
Stupid Kahi.
Why?
I blame you.
I'm not getting married. I'm not
I
going
still
off and
blame
getting
you.
married during. Why?
Because you were supposed to get married.
No.
Gee.
What? Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
technically if you were getting married, then I'd be in the area already.
Aha! You see? I was right.
I am very confused by this.
Never.
Me too.
Thank you. At least someone's with me on
Alright.
this.
For Glenda, Mace, Malaris, myself, LQ, and our special guest, LJ, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Have a good one.
Farewell, all.
Bye-bye.
And stop.